We'll have a pretty nice afternoon and evening on our hands across much of KELOLAND. A good amount of sunshine at first, and then giving way to partly to mostly clear skies. Maybe a sprinkle or two in a couple of areas, but I think that's an exception to the rule. Lows mainly, though, in the low to mid-60s. It is going to be a mild night and a hot and humid day tomorrow. Highs in the 80s and low to mid-90s. And if you're in southeastern KELOLAND, you can see some strong to severe thunderstorms later in the day. We'll talk about that and go through the rest of your 7-day forecast coming up. But until then, First at 4 starts right now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group. KELOLAND News, First at 4.
Coming up, how first responders prepare for emergencies on their own vehicles.
Plus, we hear from some Minnesota businesses about why they're making the switch to 4-day work weeks.
And we'll take you out to the farm to hear from a Minnesota farmer about all the recent rain. Good afternoon, and thanks for tuning in to First at 4. I'm Don Jorgensen.
And I'm Kelly Volk. A former Whittier Middle School teacher faces federal charges tonight. A federal grand jury has indicted Justin Pruschel on 16 child porn-related charges.
He was previously charged with solicitation of a 13-year-old in state court. The school board terminated Pruschel's contract as a social studies teacher on April 8th. It was effective on March 31st. Reports say that Pruschel was employed as a teacher at the time of many of the charged offenses. A weekend fire on board a Day County ambulance highlights the hazards that South Dakota first responders can face on the job.
KELOLAND's Perry Groten has a preview of his story coming up later this hour.
The ambulance is parked inside of Patient Care EMS in Sioux Falls, are ready to go out on their next medical emergency. Last year alone, the ambulance crews logged a total of more than 400,000 miles on the road. So it's important to keep these vehicles well maintained to keep both the patients and the staff safe. Coming up tonight on KELOLAND News, we're going to find out what it takes to prevent the risk of fires on board an ambulance. Be sure to watch tonight. I'm Perry Groten reporting in Sioux Falls.
The South Dakota Democratic Party will receive $70,000 in grants from the Democratic National Committee. This comes as the DNC announced nearly $2 million in grants for 11 non-battleground state parties. The DNC says the majority of the funding will go to voter registration, engagement, and rides to the polls in states with reservations.
A new study puts Sioux Falls in the top 5 of the most affordable cities in the U.S. The study by Consumer Affairs ranks Sioux Falls 3rd, right behind Knoxville, Tennessee, and Chattanooga, Tennessee. The study says that Sioux Falls earned this spot due to its low unemployment rate and low housing and transportation costs, though it did comment on the city's health care costs being above the national average.
While Sioux Falls will have a celebration this coming weekend, Brookings will hold its own Juneteenth celebration next week. It will take place at Pioneer Park from 5 to 8 p.m. on Wednesday, June 19th. The event is free and open to the public. You can find more details about the event with this story on KELOLAND.com.
Well, welcome to summer. The temperatures are in the 80s and feels warm out there.
Yeah, and it's only going to get hotter out there, Adam.
It could be worse. Yeah, it's warm today, but it could be humid as well. We get that tomorrow. We'll have both the heat and the humidity, making it feel like we are well within the dog days of summer tomorrow. And that's going to come with one other thing that we're going to have to keep an eye on, but we'll get to that in just a moment. For the time being, though, that's a beautiful afternoon here in Sioux Falls. 86 with a view of the 10th Street overpass. West wind at 16 miles per hour. That 86 is not only your current temperature so far in Sioux Falls, but also your high for the day, at least as of right now. We'll see if we can creep up a little bit higher between now and about 6 or so. 85 in winter, just a few fair weather clouds out there. The distance beyond that, really, it's been a struggle to find anything to call bad about the weather. A little breezy at times, but again, that's been just about it. 83 for Pierre, 82 Spearfish, 86 toward Rapid City, 76 though in Custer, 86 again for Mulbridge and Aberdeen, 84 in Yankton, 87, one of the warmer spots out in Spencer. There is that wind, yeah, still a little bit on the breezy side, but again, not bad considering the alternative, around 10 to 15 miles per hour if you are East River, primarily out of the west by northwest. But we're starting to see a few readings coming out of the south as we go through the rest of the afternoon. Phillip and Pine Ridge, one of those examples, or two of those examples rather. Otherwise, Satellite and radar is working, or they both are, rather. We have to zoom out to find really anything to talk about, and even then, you have to go all the way out to the central part of Lake Superior and then right along the border between Wisconsin and additional portions of the Great Lakes region toward Green Bay and Milwaukee. But we are going to have our own opportunity to see some unsettled weather build into the region, and it's going to come around on Wednesday, where we'll have the heat and we will have the humidity to go right along with it. We'll talk about that in a little more detail coming up as we head through the hour.
Thanks, Adam. Well, there was no holiday this weekend, but there's a chance some of you had 3 days off. A survey of 100 CEOs found that nearly a third of them are exploring the idea of a 4-day or 4.5-day work week. So what are the benefits of a 4-day work week? Jeff Wagner with our CBS affiliate in Minneapolis explains some of the traits that helped businesses extend their weekends.
If fresh air, sunshine, and the hands-on connection to nature sound nice to you, there's a job opening at Homesown Gardens.
The labor is very intense that we do.
But with that comes an extra day of rest, since the full-time staff work 4 10-hour days. Tammy Gallagher is the owner.
It could be they work 4 in a row, or it could be that they have 2 on, 2 off. It really just varies.
Why is your business model conducive to a 4-day work week?
Most of our work is done between the months of April and November. So we have to take advantage of every opportunity of daylight hours that is available.
From home gardens to work from home.
I think we might be getting more done in 32 hours than we were before at 40.
Mike Arney's team at Halftone Digital, a company that creates apps, work Monday through Thursday.
I think we're in a really, honestly, a pretty privileged position just working within the digital field. It allows this level of flexibility.
What prompted a change to a 4-day work week?
Well, I think the pandemic changed everything. We realized that we could be just as efficient working from home.
Whether working 4 days out of necessity or realized opportunity, both businesses feel the benefit of a 3-day weekend.
I think, work hard, play hard is kind of our motto.
It's true work-life balance, in my opinion.
In 2022, 61 companies participated in a trial, switching to a 4-day workweek model for 6 months. Some were Monday to Thursday, others sprinkled the third day off where possible. At the end, 92% of the companies stuck with the 4-day workweek, many of them permanently. Workers reported feeling less stress and burnout, productivity held steady, and worker retention improved.
We do not struggle to hire.
Overwhelmingly, 89% of U.S. workers want a 4-day work week, but only 12% say it's an option at their employer.
There's an inherent hesitation to do something that is seemingly just so drastic.
Arney recognizes not every sector, such as education, can so easily switch to 4 days or split up work days across a longer work week like Homesown Gardens. But he asks, why not try?
I think that there's a lot that can be done with pilot programs for maybe even just a month to say, like, okay, what does this really look like towards in affecting our bottom line? What does this look like towards morale?
With photojournalist Jose Pascual, Jeff Wagner, WCCO News.
A survey found 89% of people would make sacrifices to have a 4-day work week, like longer hours or changing jobs.